Hey everyone, welcome back. Toby and I decided on Christmas Day of 2016 were going to go up to Wren Lake and we were going to do some crappie fishing. We had a little break. Obviously, bass fishing had kind of winded down for us, and even though there was ice on the water, we were still able to get down to the boat docks, and you can see there fish trying to come up through the ice, where people had previously drilled holes in the ice to make way for us, and we were just able to fish the remnants of their holes that they left. Now, one of the things you can count on in the wintertime is crappie will still bite. In fact, crappie fishing in the wintertime is my absolute favorite time to fish for crappie. I think they taste the best, they're the easiest to catch, and when you find a school of them, the action's incredible. Now, you may not believe it until you see it, but color makes all the difference in the world, even though these two jigs are close together. On the top jig, I'm using an electric chicken. It's in the brush hammer model. And the bottom one is a plum crazy, and it is the brush dancer model, all of which on my website at gasfishing.com/store. Purchasing these baits helps me create these videos and also helps with my e-commerce site, and I appreciate all the help I can get. Um, like I said, these jigs are incredible. I've caught a lot of fish on them, and today alone I had to have caught 75 plus fish. Now, bass fishing has always been my number one since I started doing that, especially competitive bass fishing. But we all started on different species of fish, and most of them have been panfish for most anglers. Crappie, no different with me. I have always enjoyed fishing for crappie. We're fishing in about 8 to 10 foot of water, and there has been some Christmas trees sunk in the area. Most of them actually over the years have dwindled down to just a little bit, but the fish always come in here. There's plenty of shad, bait fish, threadfin shad, uh, probably even some gizzard shad in here, and that's what drives the fish to school up and feed off the forage. And they come in and out, and you will catch them whenever they make their way. And like I said, you can fill up a bucket pretty quick. I know you guys seen a lot of small fish there in the beginning, but I actually did catch some really nice ones throughout the day. You'll see here in just a second by me moving down about 5 foot from where I was basically just turned around in the exact same position. But the fish get a little bit bigger just a few feet down. That's why you've always got to scour around and look for them. Now here was the bonehead play of the day. Toby always gets to smell the crappie or the bass or whatever. I always let him get to see the fish, and this time when I did, there, keep in mind there's just a little hole for me to drop the fish in down there below me into the water, and when I do, I drop it and he knocks it right off its course. The fish from here looks like it's dying or it was injured, but a gentleman behind me said not to worry, the fish was just stunned, to let it lay there for a little bit and regain its composure. To me, the fish looked dead, like it was going to die, but right toward the end, I actually turned my camera off. But the fish does, I release it back into the water and it swims off as if nothing ever happened to it. So we got lucky there. And if you will notice something here, my top jig catches my two biggest fish back to back, and that was the electric chicken, which was the brush hammer. So in short, the electric chicken caught most of my big fish for the day, but caught the fewest numbers, while it was the opposite of the brush hammer. I'm sorry, the brush dancer, which is the purple pearl. It caught the most fish, but caught the fewest big ones. So let that be a lesson why I use two jigs when I do fish, because you never know. And I'm also going to give a shout out to Andy Lehman over at ACC Crappie Sticks. This is the pole I was using. He convinced me to try using one of his fishing poles for the. I'd always stuck with B&M in the past, and he let me try out his stuff. And I got to tell you, after using these things, it's hard to go back to anything else. He's really come up with a great design, and now he's really famous for his lime green ACC Crappie Sticks. The poles are very sensitive toward the tip, and they've got a ton of backbone. I mean, a lot of guys talk about catching catfish out of buckbrush with them. They're pretty incredible rods. You should really check them out. Hopefully, I will soon have them on my website, but for now, just go over to ACC Crappie Sticks, and they're very reasonably priced, and they're very high quality rod, guys. I hope everyone's enjoyed this Christmas edition. Even though I'm posting this in July, I still remember it as if it was yesterday. There were a ton of people up here too. It was pretty neat. When the crappie stopped biting, nobody catch one. But if you look down the line, you'd see one guy catch one, then the guy next to him would catch one, then they'd make their way all the way down to me. And it was just a blast. It was a warm day on Christmas Day, 50 some odd degrees, even after all the cold we'd had. And it was just a heck of a lot of fun. So, till next time, guys, we'll talk at you later.
Toby, no.